What's up, everybody? Skylar Dean here, men's lifestyle fat loss coach, and I get a lot of questions about what I eat. And we recently just put out a video of kind of what I eat in a day. I also put out another video talking about my Trader Joe's haul and kind of just going through some healthy and not healthy stuff. And so in this video, I wanted to break down what I get from Costco. You know, Costco is an awesome place that you can buy in bulk, so you can save a lot of money if you do it right, even though kind of walk out the store usually with like $300 worth of food. But it obviously lasts a while. And so in this video, I wanted to go through a normal Costco haul for me, what I consume from Costco. Some of this stuff I just got, some of this stuff I have had for a while, and so it's open. But this is what I consume. This is what I eat to stay healthy, to save money, and to just enjoy myself and still have things that taste good. Now, I want to preframe this by saying that I am in a very healthy eating season of my life. I go through seasons of eating extremely strict and then letting loose. And so I'm in one or more of those strict areas. I'm not consuming added sugar. I'm not consuming processed gluten, processed dairy. And so everything here is like the clean of the clean, right? It's the stuff that if I was on a very, very strict diet, which I am right now, it's what I would consume. And so we got some frozen stuff. We got some stuff for the pantry. We got some refrigerated stuff. I'm going to start with the frozen stuff to get it out of the way so that I can put it back in the freezer so it doesn't defrost. So let's get started. First thing that we've got are frozen veggies. Now, to me, these are the simplest to make. They contain the most nutrients because when you freeze them, they retain more nutrients, and they're also the most cost effective. So it's a no-brainer to have frozen veggies in your house. When I get frozen veggies, I'm always looking for minimal ingredients. So a lot of frozen veggies will add some sugar and a lot of other preservatives. We just want the vegetable and then sometimes spices. Costco tends to swap out some of their stuff. I saw they had some cauliflower rice in there, but it had a little bit of sugar. So again, I'm strict. You may not have to worry about something like that, especially if it's from a clean source. But for me, we've got the organic broccoli, the organic cauliflower. That's it. Super, super simple. I either steam these, throw them in a pan. They're super cost effective. They come in these mini packets, so you can literally take one packet out at a time, so you don't have to worry about emptying the whole bag. And for me, it just makes the most sense. It's a great way to get in veggies, and it's super convenient, so that is that. Next on the frozen list, we have organic chicken breasts. Now, this is a 3-pack, and within each one of these packs, there's probably 2 to 3 chicken breasts. It's usually 3, but sometimes I'll get 2 bigger ones. These are great for me. I will never, ever, ever buy conventional chicken by myself. If I'm out and they have chicken, I'm not strict enough to the point where I don't eat that. But for my own personal preference, just knowing how they treat most of the conventional chickens and also some of the garbage they feed them and the nutritional impact it has on me, I go with organic. And so with these chicken breasts, we're looking at $5.99 a pound, which is really, really solid for organic chicken. The whole pack was $35, and like I said, there's probably gonna be like 8 to 9 chicken breasts in there. So that's 8 to 9 meals for me. Overall, super simple, no added ingredients. And the beautiful part about these is you can freeze them, and then when you're ready to have them, you just cut off one of the specific packs. So you can kind of just cut it along the line here and then take one portion and put it in the fridge to naturally defrost. So that's a no-brainer for me. And then the final frozen item here, which in my opinion is the absolute best. This is probably the main reason that I go to Costco. If they didn't have these, I would probably consider my membership. But we've got these 100% grass-fed beef patties. Now for these, this is about 24 pack, comes with 15 patties, and each patty is gonna have about 26 grams of protein. And so what I do is for a dinner or whenever I have these, I make 2 at a time. So that's 52 grams of protein. And if you even that out, you do the math, that's about 7 meals within this plus 1 extra patty. And so you're looking at like less than $4 per meal for high quality grass-fed beef. Because it's grass-fed, they have their normal diet, they have more omega-3, they're gonna have less of the inflammatory ingredients, they're most likely being treated much more ethically, and so to me, that's a win-win. And for this, it's a beautiful, beautiful addition because you don't have to defrost them. I take them out of the freezer, pop it off, throw them in a pan, cook them for a little bit, flip them with some spices and all that, and I have an incredible meal in probably under like 7 minutes. So this is a huge, huge win for me, and it's an awesome product that I highly recommend. Okay, so that is all the frozen stuff. Let's move on to the refrigerated items. So first is gonna be this grass-fed butter. Now this is a Kirkland brand, and normally when I have grass-fed butter, I go with Kerrygold, which I recently found is, I believe they said about 75 to 85% grass-fed, and then the rest is fed with grains. This one is 95% grass-fed, so that's a huge, huge win for me. I will only consume grass-fed butter, same thing. I won't buy conventional butter because of the healthy omega-3 fats that the grass-fed has. This one, unfortunately, is salted, and they don't have unsalted. I'm not talking about this from a health perspective, but I like to put butter in my coffee, and salted butter in your coffee doesn't taste as good as conventional. But what I will say here is I cook this pretty much everything. I have this with my burgers, I have it when I make eggs. And so being able to use this and know that it's 95% grass-fed is a huge win. Plus you get 4 huge blocks in here, and I think it's around $10, so $2.50 a block, which if you go to the store, you're getting a block of this for like $3.99, $4. So this is huge for me. I always keep butter in my house. It has an effective compound called butyrate, which is really, really good for gut health. It's a healthy fat. So again, I keep saying this, but it's a win-win. Next on the refrigerated item is this sauerkraut. Now, probiotics are super, super important for gut health, and I'm a huge, huge fan of natural sources of probiotics, sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir. And so this is a giant tub of sauerkraut. I forget how much it was. I think it was like $6. But this is gonna last me a while. You can see I've kind of started to dig into it. I'll snack on this with lunch and dinner. I'll have it just a snack throughout the day, but it's an awesome option for natural probiotics, which is really, really good for gut health. Next refrigerated items are going to be meat. This is paleo, organic basil, and cracked black pepper smoked chicken sausage. Now, I'm not a massive, massive fan of the taste of these. I do like them, but I don't love them. But I actually purchased these because they were like $3 off on sale. Overall, really clean ingredients. So we're looking at organic chicken, organic basil, organic roasted garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, sea salt, vinegar, black pepper, oregano, and calcium alginate casing. So again, super clean, no added sugars, no added preservatives or anything that's gonna mess with the body. And it's a great option for buying in bulk, and also, once again, super, super easy to make. And then the next sausage that is refrigerated are these Polish sausage. They're the 100% grass-fed beef sausages. Once again, I love grass-fed. I think for ethical reasons, it's great because they're usually raised out in the pasture. Obviously, sometimes they're in cages, but for the nutritional reasons, they're getting their actual diet and they're not being fed Pepto-Bismol, Skittles, corn, soy, glyphosate, all the processed stuff that's not good for your body. And then if we look at the ingredients, it's grass-fed beef, water, and then you got less than 2% of sea salt, vinegar, spices, such as paprika, celery powder, garlic powder, and cherry powder. And so these are, I believe, $14 or so, but there's 12 sausages. You are only getting about 11 grams of protein per link, so I'll have about 3 for a meal, or I'll add in some other source of protein with my meal. So I'm getting 4 meals from this for $14. So it's a little less cost effective than the frozen burgers, but they're tasty. You know, you can mimic it like a hot dog, put a little mustard ketchup on there, and it's super, super enjoyable for me. And then the final, we got 2 more refrigerated things. So salsa, Costco has a great, great organic salsa. When I'm eating clean, I have cassava chips, which they had, but they have not had for a while. I won't have any of the usual corn chips because those usually have sunflower oil, safflower oil, all the stuff. Canola oil we want to avoid. So I have cassava chips with this when I do get the chips. And then for the ingredients, we got everything organic: tomatoes, tomato juice, jalapeno peppers, onion, tomato paste, water, cilantro, lime juice, sea salt, vinegar, cayenne pepper, garlic, cumin, ancho chili pepper, and dried chipotle pepper. So super high quality, super tasty, one of the better salsas that I've tasted, and it comes in a 2-pack and it's really cost effective. And then the final refrigerated item that I love, 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 love from Costco, because the cost effectiveness of this is insane, are organic hemp hearts. Now, hemp is a all-in-one source of protein, so it has every single amino acid that's essential, and along with that, it's super, super nutritious. Hemp overall is just a great product, whether it's a hemp protein, hemp seeds, anything made with hemp. Like, hemp is the good stuff. But we got 10 grams of protein per serving, 12 grams of omegas 3s and 6. And what's the beautiful part about this is I believe this is $12. And this is probably 3 times the amount of a normal bag that you'll get for about $5 or $6 at the store. So you're saving quite a bit of money here. Super nutritious. I will throw this in yogurt. I will throw this on my toast. I will throw this on my eggs. I will throw this in protein shakes. Really, any opportunity where you're kind of mixing stuff together, you can throw this in because they don't taste like much and they're an awesome way to get in more nutrients. So that is the refrigerated section. To wrap this up, we got a couple more things. Like I said, I'm eating extremely clean right now, and so I'm always looking for good snack options. And one of those snack options are sardines. Now, this is a love-hate type of thing. A lot of people think of these and they kind of throw up, but they're super clean. It's sardines and olive oil. So we got sardines, olive oil, and salt. That's it. They're wild caught, which is great. So you're getting the natural nutrients rather than the farm-raised grains that fish are normally fed. Non-GMO, which is great. They are skinless and boneless. I'm really a fan of bones with sardines because, it's not like you're crunching on this super hard bone. It's a little crunch, but it's really, really good. And that's where a lot of the nutrients are. So I wish these had bones. But again, if I'm looking for a snack, I just put seasoning on there so it doesn't taste bad. It honestly tastes pretty good with the right seasoning. But yeah, not a terrible option. Next, we got the organic peanut butter. Now, I always get organic almond butter or just plain almond butter, obviously with no added ingredients, but I've heard really good things about this. I heard Costco had it, took it away for a while, everyone was angry, and apparently it came back. So all we've got here is just dry roasted organic peanuts and sea salt. So this is eons above Skippy, Jif, any of the stuff with hydrogenated oils or any other oils that are just not good for you, super inflammatory. And for this, usually I'll put it either on my toast, sometimes I'll put it in my smoothies, and then I make these protein balls with the oats, which we're about to get to in a second. But it's clean, not my first choice. If you're working on losing fat, almond butter is a much better choice. Studies have shown it improves your metabolism more than peanuts, but it's still a good option, and taste-wise, it's absolutely delicious. Next is coffee. I'm a huge fan of my coffee. As you can see, I'm almost out of this one, but we've got an organic mind blend. To me, coffee is really, really important to get organic because a lot of conventional has some pesticides and a lot of other mold that can grow on it. And so this is a great source. It's whole bean. I grind it every morning, which is great. Really good tasting coffee, and you know, it's a good option. And price-wise, it's a good fit as well. And then last two, number one, we've got these oats. I saw these, they were on sale. I was like, I gotta get these. I don't always have oats, but I love to make these protein balls. And so these are glyphosate free, which is so important with oats and anything in general. Glyphosate is a neurotoxin. It's really bad for you. They are organic, they are gluten free, and they are sprouted. So it's the four things we want with oats. Gluten free is really important with oats. Organic is really important with oats, and sprouted is just a nice benefit as well. So I don't use these too much. I don't have oatmeal in the morning or anything like that, but I'll put them with my smoothie sometimes if I'm looking for extra carbs, depending on the timing, and I will make those protein balls with them. And last but not least, we've got Vital Farms collagen peptides. Now, this is a must for me. This is one of my favorite ways to break a fast. It's got a ton of protein in there, but it's a different type of protein that doesn't spike your insulin as much. And so we've got 20 grams of collagen peptides. It's grass-fed, it's pasture-raised, there's no added ingredients. It's a powder, it dissolves into cold or hot, it's tasteless, so it's great. It's really, really good. It got a ton of amino acids on the profile, but overall as a product, I think they sell this for like $31 there, and you're getting 34 servings per tub, so less than $1 a scoop for high-quality collagen, which is awesome, or less than $1 per serving, because 2 scoops is a serving, and I love it. So that's what I get, guys. As far as things I don't get, Costco doesn't have any yogurt or dairy that I'm a fan of. Usually I go organic pasture raised, so I don't get it from there. Eggs, I'm a huge fan of pasture raised and organic, and Costco doesn't seem to have that. And so with my eating style, usually I'll either fast until lunch or I'll have breakfast I got my eggs and my yogurt from either Sprouts or Trader Joe's. But then lunch, I'm basically just having a rice, a veggie, and a meat. And that reminds me, the rice I use is a massive bag from Costco, $20-ish, but it's gonna last me like 6 months to a year. It's jasmine rice, it's organic. I believe it's organic, but it is jasmine rice, which is super important to me. That's what we've got. We've got some awesome food here, but overall you can see I kind of have some snacks in here with the peanut butter, the sauerkraut. We've got collagen and hemp parts, which are kind of supplementary. But I keep things simple, especially during my periods of a lot of eating. Let me know what questions you have down below. What do you usually get from Costco? Is there anything I missed? Because I know there's a lot of products I don't always consume, but that I do like to see at Costco. And if you're on the journey of fitness and health and you're looking to implement something like fasting into your routine and really start to understand nutrition on a deep level, check the description of this video. We've got a link there for a free training where we teach you a little bit about our process for fat loss and for fitness, and why it's so effective, why it's 100% to 300% more effective than a standard calorie counting or calorie cutting diet. Besides that, let me know if you have any other questions. I appreciate you, and as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.